Here's the truth most people never hear. Falls don't begin with balance. They begin with what you step on every single day. Your shoes. Is that sentence made you pause? You're exactly who this video is for. Stay with me for a few minutes because by the end, you may look at your shoes very differently and possibly protect yourself from a fall that hasn't happened yet. Now, let me say this gently. If you're watching in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, you are not clumsy, you are not careless, and your body is not betraying you. What's happening is quieter than that and far more fixable. Many people who fall later in life say the same thing afterward. I didn't trip, I didn't feel dizzy, I just went down. That sentence carries a lot of confusion and fear. So let's talk calmly, honestly, and without alarm about what's really going on. I want you to picture a normal day. You get up in the morning. You slide your feet into shoes you've owned for years. Maybe they're comfortable. Maybe they're familiar. Maybe they feel safe because you've worn them forever. You walk across the kitchen. Maybe the carpet. Maybe the driveway. Nothing feels wrong, but underneath your feet, small things are happening that your brain doesn't fully register anymore. That's where falls quietly begin. If this feels personal, you're not alone. And please stay with me because the next part is the most important. As we age, our feet change, not dramatically, not overnight, but gradually. The padding on the soles thins. The nerves that tell your brain where the ground is become slightly less sharp. The arches shift, the toes spread, the ankle doesn't respond quite as quickly as it once did. None of this means something is wrong. It means time has passed. At the same time, many of us keep wearing the same type of shoes we wore decades ago. Shoes that once worked perfectly no longer send clear messages to the brain, and the brain relies on those messages more than we realize. Balance is not just about muscles or strength. It's about information. Your feet are information centers. They tell your brain where you are in space, how firm the ground is, and how quickly you need to adjust. When shoes interfere with that information, even slightly, your reaction time slows. Not enough to notice, but enough to matter. This is why many falls happen at home, on flat ground, in familiar places, with no obvious cause. Now let's talk about something rarely explained. Shoes that are too soft can be just as risky as shoes that are too hard. Many people think cushion equals safety, but overly soft soles absorb information. Your foot sinks instead of sensing. Your brain gets a delayed message. On the other hand, shoes that are worn unevenly can tilt your foot without you realizing it. The heel may lean. The sole may be thinner on one side. That tiny angle can throw off your center of gravity just enough. And here's another quiet factor. Slip-on shoes. They feel convenient, easy, no bending, no fuss. But many slip-ons don't hold the heel securely. That causes subtle foot sliding inside the shoe. Your toes grip to compensate. Your gait changes. You may not feel it, but your body does. If this is sounding familiar, take a breath. This is not about blame. This is about awareness. In a moment, I'll share the simple checks you can do today at home to see if your shoes are increasing your fall risk. Most people never do these checks. Before that, let's talk about why this becomes more important after 50. As we age, reaction time slows slightly. That's normal. Vision changes. Depth perception shifts. Many people take medications that affect blood pressure, hydration, or alertness. None of these mean you will fall, but together they mean your margin for error becomes smaller. When you were younger, your body could recover from a misstep instantly. Now, it may need a fraction of a second longer. Shoes either give you that time or take it away. This is why two people with similar health can have very different fall risks. One wears supportive, stable footwear without realizing it. The other unknowingly wears shoes that work against their body. Now let's slow this down and make it practical. I want you to imagine you're holding one of your most worn pairs of shoes right now. Turn it upside down. Look at the sole. Is the wear even, or is one side thinner than the other? If it's uneven, your foot has been compensating for that angle every step. Now press the sole with your thumb. Does it collapse easily or does it resist a bit? You want some firmness, enough that your foot can feel the ground, not float above it. Next, twist the shoe gently. Does it fold in half like a towel, or does it bend mostly at the toes? Shoes that twist too easily allow your foot to roll when it shouldn't. Now check the heel. Does it grip your heel snugly when you walk? Or does it lift? Heel lift is a common hidden contributor to falls. And finally, check the bottom. Is it smooth and shiny or textured and slightly grippy? Many indoor falls happen on smooth floors with shoes that have lost traction. If any of this makes you uneasy, that's not fear. That's your intuition waking up. Stay with me because the next part can reduce risk without changing your whole life. This is not about buying expensive shoes. It's about choosing wisely. Supportive shoes for older adults are not stiff, clunky, or ugly. They are stable, secure, and predictable. Look for shoes with a low, wide heel, not elevated, not narrow. Look for a firm sole that bends at the toes, not the middle. Look for a secure fastening, laces, straps, or Velcro, something that holds your foot in place. Look for a sole with grip, even for indoor wear. And yes, indoor shoes matter just as much as outdoor ones. Many people fall at night going to the bathroom in socks or slippers. If you get up at night, wear something stable on your feet. A supportive slipper with a back and grip, or a lightweight shoe kept by the bed. This is not overcautious, it's intelligent. Now let's talk about something emotional that doesn't get enough attention. Falls aren't just physical events, they affect confidence. After a fall, many people start walking differently. Shorter steps, hesitation, fear of uneven ground. That fear itself increases fall risk. The goal is not to live cautiously, it's to live confidently. Good footwear supports confidence because your body trusts the ground again. If you've ever felt slightly unsteady but couldn't explain why, this may be part of it. If you're finding this helpful so far, I encourage you to stay to the end. The final section is about restoring trust in your body, not just preventing falls. And if you feel this kind of calm, practical guidance is useful, consider liking or subscribing. It helps this channel reach others who quietly worry the same way you do. Now let's talk briefly about feet themselves. Dry skin, calluses, numbness, or pain can change how you walk. So can poorly fitting shoes that squeeze or rub. If you have diabetes, circulation issues, or nerve sensitivity, footwear matters even more. In those cases, it's especially important to speak with a healthcare professional or podiatrist before making big changes. No shoe can replace medical guidance, but the right shoe can support what your care team recommends. Here's a gentle daily habit you can try. Before you put your shoes on, stand barefoot for a moment. Feel the floor, wiggle your toes. Shift your weight slowly from heel to toe. This wakes up the connection between your feet and your brain. Then put your shoes on and notice how they feel. If the shoe dulls that connection, it may not be the right one anymore. This isn't a test, it's a conversation with your body. Your body is always communicating. It's not failing you, it's asking for adjustments. If you live with a partner, please share this with them. Many couples assume falls are just bad luck. They are often preventable. If you have an older parent or friend, this conversation could protect them more than you realize. And remember, falls are not an inevitable part of aging. Risk can increase, yes, but risk can also be reduced. You are not fragile. You are adaptable. With the right support under your feet, your body can move with confidence again. As we come to the end, I want to leave you with this. The shoes you wear today influence how you walk tomorrow, and how you walk tomorrow influences how long you stay independent. Small choices matter. If you want calm, trustworthy guidance like this, focus on understanding your body instead of fearing it, subscribe to this channel. We're here to support you, step by step. Take care of your feet. They've carried you a long way, and they can keep carrying you forward safely.